Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Foxborough High School for tonight's Hockomock League matchup between the Foxborough Warriors and the Taunton Tigers. I'm Brady Gardner, alongside Chad Burst. Thanks for joining us.
Hi guys, Foxborough's coming into this game 2-0, top of the Davenport. Very good season so far. Last week they saw Attleboro and Canton, two relatively easy wins, beating Canton by a score of 60 to 18. Wonderful game there. Granted, Canton isn't the strongest of opponents, but so far, very strong season. Second lowest points against so far in the Hockomock, and tied for second highest points for. Very good. Taunton coming to this game 1-1, fourth in the Kelly Rex. Scored the most points in the league so far, 73 points per game. Last week they played OA, not the strongest of OA teams, 72-44 they won. And then they lost to North Attleboro, 76-74 in a playoff caliber game. I read an article in the paper, and just seems like a very strong Taunton team.
Yeah, definitely. I talked to Coach Gibbs earlier today for Foxborough. He said that he really expected it to be a great game, back and forth, should be a real battle throughout all four quarters. He's looking forward to it. He's identified their two best players, in his opinion, which are Jose Mercado and Tommy McLean, so we'll certainly see them throughout the game, I expect. And he's just looking forward to it today.
Yep. Al Sozio is announcing the Foxborough starting lineup, and the Taunton starting lineup has already been announced. It is Quan Roberson, Tommy McLean, Jose Mercado, Dominique Smith, and Carlos Barrero. Foxborough starting lineup: Rob Lowy, Jason Procaccini, Nobles and Grenna transfer, first year at Foxborough, Mark Clegg, and Alex Dubrow, and Jonathan Carnino. And now we will have the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Hannah Kalsick with the national anthem there. Great job by her. So as you mentioned, Taunton from the Kelly Rex division, so that means it's not a huge interdivision matchup here between Foxborough and Taunton, but it's definitely still an important game. Both teams looking to get off to a strong start, as this is only their third game of the season for each.
Yes, like you said earlier, Mercado, McLean, and as well as Quan Roberson, the stars for Taunton. We'll see what they can do. Coach John Gibbs, second-year coach John Gibbs, was quoted in the Foxborough Reporter last week after the Attleboro game. Our identity is sharing the ball, making extra passes. We do a lot of drive and kick drills, and we work on our spacing. That was after a pretty solid Attleboro win, and clearly it worked. So let's see if they continue to have that philosophy going into this Taunton matchup.
One notable player for the Warriors is Procaccini. He is a transfer from Nobles, and he scored 17 points in his first game for Foxborough against Attleboro, so they're expecting big things from him this season. And here's the opening tip-off. Robbie Lowy wins it to Alex Dubrow to start this game. Dubrow finds Jonathan Carnino, gives it to Procaccini. Then Dubrow finds Lowy underneath. Can't get the first layup, gets his own rebound, goes up again. Almost got fouled, it appeared, but it gets back for Taunton ball.
Yeah, Roberson comes down with that one. Kicks it out to Mercado. I've heard Mercado is a very good slasher towards the basket. Robertson can shoot it, and McLean can just distribute the ball better than anybody.
Yeah, Mercado and Procaccini, similar sizes. Looks like they'll be on each other tonight. Should be a good matchup to see.
So far, seems like Foxborough is going with a man-to-man defense. Interesting decision, as Taunton has proven they can shoot. So, I'm assuming Coach John Gibbs has a philosophy coming in.
Quan Roberson with the first 2 points of the game. Carnino now gives it to Clegg, looks for the three. Now we'll give it to Procaccini with a man in his face. Procaccini drives, takes the shot, gets it to go.
A little bit of a stop and pop there. Not the most conventional stop and pop where you shoot it, but 2 points nonetheless. McLean with it now. Work gets around Dubrow, drives to the basket, kicks it out to Roberson. Fake three, drives off the rim, gets his own rebound and misses again. Carnino comes down with it and gets fouled by Roberson. I think that's going to be a big part of this game, is getting the Taunton Stars, not so much trying to get him into foul trouble, but if the situation arises, don't shy away.
Yeah, for sure. A game with a lot of passion for both teams. Wouldn't be surprised if some players get into foul trouble.
There was that sort of stop and pop there by Procaccini.
Carnino over to Dubrow. He'll try to look in for Lowy. Gets deflected though, and taken away by Barrero. Carlos Barrero looking for McLean, but Roberson was there to intercept. McLean will drive to the middle, pass it off, and that is Dominique Smith to get the 2 points. Procaccini inbounds to Dubrow. Taunton coming with the two-man press at the start, but then they'll back off. Dubrow moving around the point, passes it off to Procaccini. He'll take a shot. Can't get that one, and it's rebounded by Mercado.
Taunton's going to drive down the hoop. Barrero finds a lane, takes it, kicks it out to Roberson. Carnino tries to get, Clegg rather, tries to get the offensive charge foul, but doesn't get it. And Procaccini has a traveling violation.
Might have been out of bounds. I'm not sure what the call was. Foxborough trying to move a little bit too quick, it seemed, going the other direction.
Yeah, very quick game so far. No real offense being set up. More of just a transition game. And I think that's what Taunton wants. Taunton, a very quick team. I think what Foxborough needs to do is try and slow down the game, set up plays, try and get it down to their big guys, see what happens.
McLean against two Foxborough defenders. Airballs a shot, but it's taken back out by Smith. The big man will set it up, gives it to McLean.
McLean tries to set up a play. McLean gets it stolen by Dubrow. Dubrow drives on a clean breakaway and just completely misses the layup. Maybe he heard the footsteps. Interesting play there by Smith.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication seemed there between him and Mercado. Looked like on that steal by Dubrow, great play by him, but might have been McLean looking up at the shot clock, just checking how much he had. Didn't have much time, so maybe worrying a little bit about that. Didn't see Dubrow being quick and coming in and getting it.
There's Foxborough trying to slow down the game. I think that's a very smart play. Kicks it out to Clegg for three. Air ball.
Just a little too much. Procaccini will drive, passes it back out, and that's a shot from Jonathan Carnino for two. 4-4 now with about 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Not really a huge scoring fest so far.
Which is surprising, as, like we said earlier, both Foxborough and Taunton very high scores. Roberson finds Smith on the block, misses it, finds his way out to Barrero, who sets up the offense again. Clegg playing a man-to-man defense on Barrero. Gets found for a foul there. One of the good things for this Foxborough team is they're very deep all around. Once they take out a player, there's really no significant drop-off with the subs. Travel there by Roberson.
Yeah, on the bench for the Warriors, Jermaine Few, Teddy Mayer, Joe Morrison, Mike Dunn, James Blake, Andrew Block, and Anthony Barrera. So, as I said, deep bench. Alex Dubrow going around Loewy's pick, finds Procaccini. A lot of the offense has been going through Procaccini here tonight. A big offensive threat, so it's obvious why. Dubrow finds big Loewy down there. He's got the size mismatch. Can't get the layup to go. Carnino chased the rebound, but out of bounds for a Taunton ball.
Yeah, Loewy the last 2 seasons has had very positive impacts on this offensive team. But so far this first 2 games, he hasn't had the best of seasons. Granted, it's only 2 games, but I think he had like 10 points in one game and maybe 6 in the other. So let's see if he can switch that around today.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him this season, being a senior, big offensive and defensive player for the Warriors. So we'll see throughout the season. I'm sure he'll get through kind of the growing pains of being such a major factor. There he is right there, getting the layup on a nice pass from Dubrow. Foxborough takes the 2-point lead.
I think if Foxborough does try to slow down this game, he'll have a very big impact as he's pretty much their big presence on the blocks.
Right, he's big, but he's quick.
Foul there by,
Dangerous throw.
was that Carnino? Yes? Nope, Clegg rather. This is that last basket by Loewy. Dubrow just finds him, takes it nice and quick into the hoop. That last foul was not on Clegg, it was actually on Dubrow. My fault.
Those 2 free throws make it 6-6. And Dubrow will take it. Barrero sizing him up. He'll find Carnino. Battling against Roberson, now Procaccini.
Taunton also
Dubrow.
implementing that man-to-man offense. And there's Loewy again. 2 nice easy points down on the block.
Loewy finding open spaces and Dubrow finding him for the assist.
I think that's the second time they've had that connection so far this game. 8-6 Foxborough, 2:32 left in this first quarter. And Clegg with the rebound right there. Gonna try and get in transition. Finds Loewy, a little bit of a high pass, but he recovers it. Finds a slashing Carnino towards the basket.
Yeah, nice bit of ball movement there by the Warriors. There's Barrero going the other way and find McLean. Look for a pass. He's got some Mercado. Tries to make a move. Gets it back to McLean. He'll go middle. Can't get the layup to go, but he'll find his own rebound. And it'll be taken by Carnino on the second opportunity.
Foxborough's doing a very good job at shutting down the major threats of this Taunton team. I think Roberson has 2, and Mercado and McLean don't have any.
Dubrow with a nice layup there. Roberson coming right all over him. But he was able to flip up the layup.
Here it is. Finds a lane, takes it to the basket. Nice easy shot. Timeout now. I believe it was by Taunton. And before the timeout, I was just going to make a comment. Andrew Block and Joe Morrison coming in. I'm assuming they're going to come out of this huddle in the game. They were sitting at the scorer's table. Joe Morrison, a sophomore, first year on varsity. Granted, he was called up for varsity last year, but during the playoffs. But see what sort of impact he can have. I think he had 10 points in the first game against Attleboro.
As you just saw in that replay, Robbie Loewy finding space underneath, getting the ball to himself. Quick layup. So Taunton's broken their huddle. Foxborough just about to do so. Here's Alex's basket again. Little stutter stop. And he gets the underhanded layup to go. Roberson coming over the top, but couldn't get a hand on it.
Loewy liked that one. See him sticking out his tongue?
Yep.
No changes for either team so far. Actually, just said that. Morrison and Block are coming in. They came in for Carnino and Clegg, respectively. Procaccini finds some space, takes it in and stops. Takes it along the baseline and loses possession. Mercado finds it, taking it in press. Kicks it out to McLean for 3 off the rim.
Barcini going the other direction, gets pickpocketed by Smith. Got an odd man rush here. Mercado finds it, takes the shot fake, and goes up with it, can't get it to go. Ferrero with the rebound. Finds Smith, he'll go middle, and a foul called against Dubrow.
I don't think Dubrow had his feet set on that one. I think that's why he was called for the foul. Jermaine Few coming in for Rob Lowy. There it is again. Dubrow, yeah, just didn't have his feet set. Smith, I think he was trying to look for that contact, and he got it. There he is again, Smith. Few matching up on Smith on defense.
Smith passed just a little too low for McLean. Dubrow right into McLean's face, didn't allow him to have plenty of time to grab it.
53 seconds left in this first quarter. Foxborough 12, Taunton 6. Very good first quarter by Foxborough. Doing what they want, slowing down the game, not letting Taunton get in the fast break too much. And Dubrow with fake 3. Send with the play, block for 3, in and out. There's the fast break, that's what we can't have. Few tries to come in and blocks it and got tangled up, flew into the camera, and that was a point for McLean.
That's a great hustle play by Jermaine Few to stop that one. Could have been an argument for a foul maybe from the Taunton players, but nice hustle play from Jermaine nonetheless. Dubrow looks for Few going into the paint, but it gets deflected out of bounds.
In comes Lenz Esquiel for Smith. Smith looks like he's a little shooken up down there. I think it's his hand. See how that progresses.
Athletic trainer Christine Kaut tending to him. Morrison goes up with it to beat the shot clock. Great awareness play from Joe. Not the easiest of shots, but he's able to get it to the basket. Sophomore making an impact.
Here it is again.
One more time. Dubrow takes the 3, knowing the shot clock's pretty low. And another awareness play from Morrison to get the 2 points.
One thing that might have, granted they scored the points, but Dubrow took the shot. Morrison had time to put it back up. Maybe he had time to try and find some more space. Dubrow, I mean. Maybe, but got the points nonetheless. Foxborough cheerleaders doing their routine. I understand they went to nationals a couple weeks ago in Florida.
Great accomplishment for them.
Foxborough super fans, tonight is the ugly sweater night. So there's that. I don't know exactly why they do that, but they have fun with it. Gets the Foxborough team riled up.
Yeah, they expect a lot of their team, and more often than not, they get it out of them.
Change is coming into the second quarter. James Blake coming in for Jonathan Carnino. On the court for Foxborough, Dubrow, Blake, Few, Morrison, and Block. On the court for Taunton is Barrero, McLean, Roberson, Mercado, and Esquiel. Only one change for Taunton so far. Esquiel with it. Finds McLean, who drives, puts it up and in. McLean with 6 so far.
McLean's been a little cold to start this game, but gets his first shot there. We'll see if that starts something for him. Here's Dubrow. Nice thread the needle to Block. Ends up with James Blake, and that'll be a foul against Taunton. Roberson with it.
I think eventually James Blake might be able to fill in for Derek Gilreath last year. As many of us know, Derek Gilreath, sort of a bruiser down on the blocks. James Blake, similar stature. See if he can do the same thing.
Yeah, 2 major parts of last year's lineup missing this year as they graduated. Cam Seeley, the other one, along with Gilreath.
As well as Tom Rogers.
Oh, and Tom Rogers, that's right.
Difficult to replace them, but so far, seems like they're doing a fine job at it.
Right.
No real foul trouble on either team, although Dubrow has 2 fouls. And it's interesting because we're up by 4, and second quarter, I'm assuming Dubrow will come out eventually, so he doesn't get a third. Going into half with 3 would not be ideal.
All right. McQueen makes the free throws. Makes it a 2-point game. Here's Dubrow. Finds block. And Blake. Looking for Morrison. He's got him. Back to Dubrow. A little bit of space, but he finds Few on a great pass. Couldn't get it to go. Almost gathers his own rebound. Good awareness play there by Esquil, trying to knock it off the Foxborough player and out, but it ends up Foxborough ball.
Yeah, that last possession, I felt Dubrow had some space to take a 3, but like we said, Coach Gibbs says their identity on offense is passing, so clearly they're working on it.
Yeah, Dubrow, great passers, are trying to take advantage of that. Almost was able to connect with Few.
Tries to thread the needle on that last play with Blake. Tipped out of bounds. Foxborough inbound. Few finds block. Blake tries to make a cut, doesn't get found. Coach Gibbs calling a play motion. See what that does. Finds Few on the block.
Yeah, that pass just through several Taunton's defenders, but able to find Few.
Foxborough still in a man-to-man defense. Esquil tries to find Roberson. Roberson doesn't expect it, and out of bounds for Foxborough ball.
Yeah, Esquil kind of turned around expecting Roberson to be there, but he wasn't. And he had no choice but to just try to kind of put it over there and hope he could get it to it, but no luck. He's blocked. He's got Blake and Dubrow all the way across the block. That'll be 3 seconds, it appears, on the Warriors.
I think they called an elbow on Morrison, maybe.
Sure.
Don't know if I agree with it. Yeah, they called foul on Morrison.
Alrighty.
Taunton inbound. It's Foxborough fans trying to get in the head of Roberson. Mercado cutting to the ball, sets a pick and roll there. Mercado tries to put it up and under. Few comes down with the rebound.
Mercado not really doing much so far this game. Foxborough defense doing a great job of slowing him down. Here's block, finds Few, back to Few. Block again. Morrison will give it to Dubrow. Blake there for the pick, gets the mismatch. Almost able to find Blake again, but it's intercepted by Esquil. He'll go the other way. Finds Barrero. He'll kick it back out to McLean. 3. Can't get it to go. Like almost comes down to the rebound, but fouled anyway by Roberson.
Like I said earlier in the game, only one of the Foxborough starters in the game as of now, and no real drop-off that I've seen. And as I say that, Lowy and Procaccini come in for Few and Blake. 3 of the Foxborough starters in there, and so far, no real drop-off between the starters and the bench players.
Dubrow gets the calls from coach. Still a little bit of miscommunication there. And it'll go for Taunton ball.
I don't believe I've seen the Taunton coach stand up this entire game. Maybe oh, there he is.
For the most part, he's just content letting his players do their thing, but with them trailing throughout most of this first half, he might have to make some changes. Smith back into the game.
So far from what I've seen, Taunton playing more of a street ball type of game. Foxborough trying to do a very good job, actually doing a very good job at slowing it down, playing how they like, and trying to get it down on the blocks where they have the size of Lowy and Morrison and Procaccini to try and put in some nice high percentage shots. Clag comes in for block there.
Dubrow tries to take the chase the deflection out of bounds, but can't keep it in.
16-12 with 4:46 left in this second quarter of the matchup between the Taunton Tigers and Foxborough Warriors.
McLean pulls up, gets it. Nice shot by McLean, finding the space and taking the shot quickly.
McLean has all of their 14 points but 2.
Wow.
10 points for McLean.
Dubrow can't find someone, then Clegg opens up. Here's Morrison. Procaccini will take the 3. A little too much. Ends up in Lowy's hands. Stripped away by McLean. Barrero comes away with it. Drives middle, then kicks it out for McLean. Set something up here with Lowy on him. Takes a shot. Clanks off the rim. Smith with the rebound. Back to Barrero. He'll go in for the layup. A little too strong. Morrison wrestles Smith to the ground for the jump ball.
Carnino in for Morrison. Here's that
One
jump
more
ball
time.
again. Morrison comes down with it. Smith tries to wrestle it away from him. Sophomore Morrison showing he can play at a varsity level. Very nice to see. 2 other sophomores on this roster, Teddy Mayer and Mike Dunn. Haven't been in the game yet, but we might be able to see them. Lowy called with a traveling violation.
Barrero trying to tie up this score. They only need 2 points to do so. McLean will take the 3. Gets it for the go-ahead basket. McLean on fire right now.
13 of 16.
He's had a huge second half, or second quarter, that is.
Basketball is truly a game of runs. I believe Foxborough was up 16-10 at one point. Now it's 16-16. Procaccini could have gotten called for a technical there as he slammed the ball into the ground. Luckily, I don't think the ref saw it. Got to stay composed. Maybe getting a little frustrated, but nonetheless.
Just kind of took his eyes off it. Happens. McLean going in. Not the most common shot style there, but gets it to go. Barrero, tight coverage. On Dubrow, and Procaccini will be called.
5-second violation. Didn't get the ball in time off of a inbounds pass. Coach John Gibbs is going to call a timeout. 9-0 run for the Taunton Tigers in the second quarter.
Yeah, as Coach Gibbs predicted, this is going to be back and forth. Looking like it so far.
If I were Coach Gibbs right now, I would be saying, play your game, slow it down, don't let them get into a fast break and running, and because to be honest, I don't think the Foxborough team can keep up with them running.
Right.
Trying to get it down to the basket. There's McLean. 3. It's just on fire so far this game.
Yeah.
15 in the first half already, and it's 2:45 still going, still left. There's another one for him. Unorthodox travel to the basket, but gets there nonetheless. Starting lineup back in for the Foxborough Warriors. Starting lineup except for Roberson into the game for the Taunton Tigers.
Barrero looked like the play was from McLean, but he'll get called for the 5 seconds again, just like Procaccini was. It'll be Foxborough ball. Neither team able to find their desired options. Dubrow able to get some space that time. We'll take it against Barrero. So we faked the pick. Now Dubrow will find Carnino. Then Clegg back to Carnino.
Dubrow's been in this game the entire game so far.
He's really the catalyst of this entire offense for the Warriors. Just Carnino going in strong. Gets the layup to go. Nice job by him. Avoiding the contact and hitting the shot.
Carnino, the high scorer for this Foxborough Warriors side with 6 points.
Two minutes remaining now. Foxborough ahead, or Foxborough behind, that is, by 1.
McLean tries to take a 3 there. I think he's getting a little excited with himself. Gonna call a foul on Mercado.
Mercado didn't like the call. Thought he was just going in for the ball. Carnino's basket again. Comes in from the point. Or from outside the line, that is. And then just moves it around so the defenders can't get to it. Gets a shot. Here's Procaccini. Nice shot by him. Play in the body. Getting it to go. Foxborough takes the lead with that basket. 20-19. Flag defending Barrero here. Now it'll be Procaccini after the pick. Deflected pass by Lowy. Foxborough will take it the other way. Dubrow. Going for the floater. It's close.
Dubrow's just playing into Taunton's hands right here. They had time to slow it down and set up an offense, but they didn't.
Both teams getting kind of excited, trying to counterattack, but that, as you said, that suits Taunton's game more, so Foxborough should try to turn it around, keep it slow. Here's Smith, gets the and one. Carnino just tried to, prevent the easy layup, but opposite happened. They'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Foxborough's got to go back to what worked in the first quarter. Slow it down. There he is. Looks like he got a little stutter step. I think he was going to go for a dunk, but then he saw Carnino and decided to go up with it.
Yep.
Off the back rim. Foxborough doesn't even go for the rebound there, and they just let Smith almost get it. He accidentally hits it out of bounds, but no conviction shown by the Foxborough Warriors going for that rebound.
Uncharacteristic. Procaccini will go high to Lowy. Big man brings it down. Dubrow calling for help. McLean on him. They'll find Clegg with the float pass all the way across to Carnino. And Procaccini, and the foul will be on Procaccini, might have been. I'm not sure about that one. Here's Barrero. Dubrow read it, but couldn't get there in time. McLean goes up. How does he get that to go? That's crazy. Great athleticism from him.
35 seconds left. Taunton 23, Foxborough 20. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see if Foxborough tries to slow down and get the last possession. Procaccini goes in instead of slowing it down and gets the points.
Procaccini really likes to attack the basket, and so far it's going well for him.
Shot clock off. 10 seconds left. Taunton's gonna wait for the last possession. Finds McLean, who finds Smith. Really poor defense there by Taunton.
1 second. Dubrow's got to take it. Gets it off. Hits the rim though. So Fox will go into the half down 3 to the opposing Taunton Tigers, 25-22. Any thoughts about the half?
Not the strongest of halves, but they're definitely still in this game. I think if they can go back to what they had in the first quarter, slow down the game, don't play into Taunton's hands, I think they have a chance of coming back.
All right, it's definitely going to be a good second half, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Foxborough High School. Foxborough and Taunton in a heated matchup here tonight, 25-22. Foxborough had a solid lead through much of the first quarter, but then it started to slip. And Taunton, on mostly the back of Tommy McLean, came back to take a 3-point lead.
McLean with 17 points in that first half. That is something else. The top scorers for Foxborough: Procaccini with 6, Carnino with 6, Lowy with 4. Spread out, no clear-cut leader of the offense so far. McLean standing right in front of us right now. There he is, number 12. Foxborough still utilizing that man-on-man man-to-man defense. No big foul trouble for either team.
McLean kicks it out, and that's a nice 3 there from Carlos Barrero. Strong start to this second half from the Tigers.
Taunton's up 28-22. Now the big dilemma of this game so far is Foxborough slowing down the game, not playing into Taunton's hands, because Taunton, they've shown they can run with the best of them. And Foxborough just can't keep up with them.
Right.
Got to see if they can go back to what they did in the first quarter and slow it down a little bit.
Here goes McLean around the screen. Gives it to Roberson. Gets the layup to go. Opportunity for an and one. If he can convert the layup, or the free throw, that is. Foxborough, not really the start that they were looking for going into the second half here. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Roberson goes up. I've been a little bit of contact there from Carnino. He didn't agree with it, though.
Certainly enough contact to warrant a foul.
Right.
Not the smartest plays by him, but he's had a solid game so far. 6 points. Not the most exciting of third quarters right now, for Foxborough at least.
Right.
Taunton scored 5 points. At one point in the first half, Foxborough was up 16-10, and Taunton just went on an unbelievable run. I think it was 9-0 run at one point.
Yeah.
Foxborough needs to slow them down. See if they can do it. Roberson getting his and one free throw right now. Foxborough still with their starting lineup. Interestingly enough, Taunton only made one sub the entire first half. Missed free throw by Roberson. Lowy and Smith get into it a little bit. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's Foxborough's ball.
Procaccini will inbound it to DeBro. 3-man press here from Taunton, but they'll back off. Here's Clegg. He's got 2 guys against him looking to trap him. He gets through both. Procaccini's got it in his hands like he likes. And DeBro.
Carnino comes down with the two-row, missed 3, puts it back in. Solid job there by Carnino. The one thing I've noticed so far is Dubro's been a little erratic, turning over the ball a little bit too much than needed. As Taunton turns it over right there, I think what he has to do is just calm down. I don't necessarily think he's best suited for a slow-paced game, but that's what he's going to have to do if Foxborough wants to succeed.
For sure. Here goes Dubro, taking his time to get it up. Now Clegg, 2 defenders on him again. Goes to the corner, looks all the way across to Carnino. He saw Dubro. Dubro was certainly going to take that shot, I think. But deflected. Nice defensive play there by Quan Roberson. Here's Clegg. Finds Dubro. Looking for a pick and roll with Lowy. He'll take the shot. Lowy comes away with the rebound. Kicks it out to Clegg. He'll take the 3. Can't get that one either.
In and out.
Almost quick pass up. It'll find McLean now in the corner. Got it. McLean knocking down big shots here.
McLean with 20 points.
He's got Taunton ahead to a 9-point lead.
24. Oh, 33 rather.
Here's Clegg. Carnino running across to Procaccini. Looking to go through to Lowy, but couldn't find him.
Body language by Procaccini, not the best. Seems like he's a little frustrated, but he's just got to understand that mistakes happen.
Right.
Gotta play defense now.
Got to move on, yep. Here's McLean driving. Look for Smith, and he'll go back to Barrero. And Smith again gets the layup. Taunton knocking down pretty much everything right now. Foul will be on Smith there against Dubrow. A little too tight on the defense.
Taunton playing a full court press right now. Definitely trying to speed up Foxborough, exactly what they want. There's that dish by Barrero into Smith rather. Here's where Foxborough needs a point right now. They need to stop the run by Taunton. And Dubrow loses the ball on a travel violation. He wasn't too happy about it, but it was. Coach Gibbs trying to calm him down. Got to understand to calm down. There it is. Sort of could have been called a jump ball. There he is. Dubrow doesn't really like it. Could have been called a jump ball. I understand what he's saying, but I also understand what the referee's saying.
Dubrow, a very passionate player. So common to see his emotions on the court, but that's a good thing. Just a look ahead. Following Christmas, Foxborough will take on Walpole on December 29th. Then they'll play the day later in Westwood, it appears.
Yeah, that's a tournament they play. Every team plays a tournament during the Christmas break, and their tournament happens to be in Westwood. Taunton tournament happens to be at Durfee, which is Fall River. Durfee High School. Very big gym at Durfee.
It's Barrero inbounding it. Long inbound to McLean. It'll go back to Barrero. Back to McLean.
4:45 left in this third quarter. Taunton's up by 11, 35-24. I think Foxborough scored 2 points in the second half.
And Foxborough needs a big run if they're going to get back in this one.
Basketball is a game of runs, so you never
Right.
count it out.
Saw it clearly in the first half with Taunton coming back from Foxborough's lead. Hopefully Foxborough can do the same. Here's Dubrow. Drive, kicks it back out to Carnino, fakes a shot, he'll go in, gets rejected by Mercado. McLean tried to quick pass in there, but it gets deflected off of Foxborough foot, and Taunton ball.
Before this game, I said a quote by John Gibbs, who said that this team is a passing team that likes to pass, preaches passing. I almost feel like they're taking one too many passes right now. I think some of these players need to be a little bit more selfish. Because like I said, they go in and pass the ball out. I almost think they need to just go in and take the shot.
Yeah. Here's Dubrow, far side of the court. Now Clegg. Tried to drive, but then he kicks it out to Dubrow. Barrero right there. He slips, but he still got it. Here's Lowy now going in strong, gets the 2 points. Nice job by Robbie Lowy, and a nice job to find him by Alex Dubrow.
That could be the bucket that changes the course of this game right now. Foxborough with a little bit of momentum. Joe Morrison and Andrew Block at the scorer's table going to come in and see if they can put some more energy into this game. As I say that, Andrew Roberson, his name Andrew? Quan Roberson, rather, makes a basket.
Here's Lowy going the other way, gets the quick layup. Nice job by the big man getting down the court quickly, getting the 2 points. I don't think we need much time off the clock in doing so. Dubrow gets the steal, and it ends up with Carnino. Now Clegg back to Dubrow.
Taunton up 10.
Dubrow goes in. Nice reverse layup, and he'll call for the crowd. Timeout taken by Taunton. Coach senses Foxborough getting back into this game.
Wonderful move there by Dubrow. Contorted his body into wonderful shape. And went in. There it is. Spin move. Stayed up in the air for it seems like two seconds.
Yeah, those acrobatic moves. See a lot of those out of Dubrow. He's an expert at them.
Last year he had plenty of those. Foxborough fan section. Here it is.
Another angle.
Another angle. Thank you, man.
Goes through multiple Taunton defenders. Ends up with it. Tries to pump up the crowd afterwards. He succeeded.
Taunton is up by 7. 3:07 left in this third quarter. Foxborough on a little bit of a run, but see if they can keep it going. Block and Morrison rather come into this game for Clegg and Carnino. Same change they made in the first half.
Barrero to bring it up. Scott McLean. Double teamed. Finds Roberson. Give it to Smith. Back to Roberson. He can take those, but Morrison's got him. Can't get the shot to go, but gets the rebound. Gets the 2 points. Good play by Roberson to get in through the 2 Foxborough players. Get his own rebound and get the layup.
Foxborough's doing a good job of getting the ball over the over the half court line, while Taunton is putting on the full court press. But once they get in there, they're not really doing too much. Procaccini with a clear foul right there. Foxborough needs to stop them right here. I think one thing that Foxborough did that is a positive coming in the second half is they've not shut down McLean, but they haven't allowed him to get as hot as he was in the first half. But the downside is now the other other players are even more hot.
Dubrow comes up with yet another steal. And he finds Procaccini for the easy 2. Foxborough trailing by 7 with about 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Procaccini and Mercado getting into it a little bit. They're going to call an offensive foul there by Dubrow. Wonderful, wonderful play there.
A little bit of a buzz in the room now. Foxborough fans getting back into it. Dubrow moving his players around, getting the offense set up. Block fakes the 3. Goes in for the layup, can't get it. Comes up away with the rebound and gets the second chance layup. Good perseverance from him.
Foxborough's getting on a little run here.
Yeah.
Down by 5. 1:35 left in the third.
Roberson with Morrison on him tightly.
Morrison has the responsibility of shutting down Roberson. I was talking to him earlier today, and he said that's pretty much the one thing he was told to do today. Shut down Roberson, see if he can do it.
Mercado still struggling to find his shooting. His coach isn't happy with him over there. Tough game for him so far. But McLean's been able to kind of make up for that. The big 2 for Taunton. McLean's been the dominant one today. There's Procaccini. Smith right on him. A stutter step will go behind the back. Finds block. And Dubrow is set up.
Dubrow starting to get into that, I don't want to call it beast mode, but starting to feel a little bit. And as I say that, Foxborough loses possession, and then Morrison runs it down and gains it back. Wonderful full court run there by Morrison. As I say that, Dubrow, wonderful move into the basket, 2 points.
Kind of a windmill from Alex. Another one of his acrobatic finishes. There's Roberson, top of the point, gives it to Smith, takes the 3, can't get it to go.
Procaccini loses sight of the ball and lets Mercado get a second chance opportunity. 16 seconds left. Taunton's gonna wait for the hold the last possession. They're up by 3. Lowy, don't know if I want Lowy up on the top of the key, guarding McLean. McLean takes it in, gets the basket. What Foxborough was afraid of right there. Gilbert's a long shot, misses it.
Yeah, it's a great play by McLean on that last possession because didn't really have the clock in his view. He had to kind of keep looking behind him to check it out, but he was able to time it well and get it for the basket, as we will see here. Actually, no, that is Dubrow's basket. That is around and up and in. Awesome play by him.
Overall, I'd call that a productive third quarter. I think they were, what were they, down by 9?
I think it might have been 5, which it is right now.
Five,
Either way, Foxborough with the momentum now going into the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, definitely. Foxborough sort of picked up the pace that last third quarter, and it sort of helped. It sort of worked.
Right.
I've been saying the whole game they need to slow it down, but they sped it up and they scored some points. Proved me wrong. See what they do in the last quarter.
Foxborough trying to improve to 3-0.
Definitely a low-scoring game for both of these teams. Like I said earlier, Taunton, the highest-scoring team in the Hawk. Foxborough tied for second. Definitely unorthodox game for each of these teams.
Yeah.
Same lineups coming out for both teams. No changes for Taunton yet in the second half. 2 for Foxborough, Morrison and Block.
McLean will look for Smith. Not the best pass ever, but Smith able to corral it. Procaccini read it, got in front of Mercado. And Smith rejects him on the other end. He tried to use the body. Smith, good recovery from him. A little excited. Loses his man on the other end because it was out of bounds for Foxborough ball.
Procaccini was looking for some contact there. He got the contact, but he also lost the ball.
Yeah. Oh, Alex Dubrow keeps coming up with these ridiculous shots, making them, and now he's got the opportunity for a three-point play. Dubrow's really turned it on here in the last few minutes.
Reminds me of the Dubrow last year.
Oh, yeah.
Remember last year's scored points upon points. There it is again. Takes it in, gets the contact, puts it in.
4 Taunton defenders go to him. He's still able to hit the shot. Gets the three-point play. Makes it a 2-point game. Foxborough could tie it up or go ahead with 1 possession. Nice second half comeback from them. Morrison on Roberson. Now it'll be Dubrow on McLean. Can't get the shot. Dubrow comes away with a rebound. He'll move quickly. Looking for Morrison. He'll slow it down, take the shot. Not enough on it though. Got a foul. Will be called against Robbie Lowy going for the rebound. It'll be Taunton ball. Things getting interesting here. Got 7 minutes remaining. 2-point game, 41-39 in favor of Taunton.
Foxborough, I think Foxborough has their quickest lineup out on the court, and I think that's why they're keeping up with this Taunton team. Procaccini going to take the ball up. A lot of promise for him coming into this team, as we all know, Noble's transfer. Said to be one of the better players on this Foxborough team, and as of now, I understand it, he has 8 points. Solid game. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Foxborough unable to get a shot, and they're going to call a travel on Roberson. Foxborough keeps possession. Procaccini again. A little bad body language. I don't want to call it bad body language, but definitely frustrated with
Physically,
himself.
yeah. Understandably so, though.
Yes.
Here's Dubrow. Takes the 3.
Feeling it. Off the back rim. Morrison comes down with it. Loses it. It's going to go down. Taunton ball. Nice hustle play by Morrison, but just didn't work out in the end.
For a sophomore going up against a bunch of upperclassmen, he's really holding his own out there. As he does in soccer as well. Big part of that team. Many multi-sport athletes out here. Here's Roberson, fakes the 3. And Mercado will go in strong. Gets the shot to go on the left hand.
He got his head almost up above the rim on that one. He got up there.
We haven't seen it much tonight, but
First 2 points for Mercado.
yep.
Coming into this game, he was probably their best player. And Foxborough just shut him down. Gonna call a foul on Borrero. No real foul trouble for either team. Borrero with 2, Mercado for 2 for Taunton, Dubrow with 2, Carnino with 2, a couple other people with 1. No real foul difficulty. Procaccini has the ball. Bodies Smith away from him. Misses the ball. Scramble down on the block. Lowy finds it and puts it in. Wonderful play by Lowy there.
Foxborough strong on the offensive rebounds.
Lowy with 10 points. Taunton up by 4. 5:30 left.
McLean might have gotten away with a little push there. Roberson too strong. The foul will be over the back on McLean. He didn't like the call. Dubrow did, and so did the Foxborough fans.
Here it is again. Here's this Lowy ball. Sort of a scrum down there for the ball. Lowy bodies Smith away and puts it in.
Morrison helped a little bit to tap it to him. Taunton with the press. There's Procaccini into Dubrow. Dubrow's played the entire game, but no signs of fatigue so far. Procaccini gains control of it. He'll size up Smith, head middle, gets the contact and gets to the line.
Foxborough going back to not the slow, but slower piece of play. Here it is. Procaccini goes up, tries to get the contact, gets it, and he's got 2 foul shots. 3 fouls for Mercado. Still hasn't come out of this game. Procaccini makes his first one. In and out on the second one, but Morrison comes down with it. They're going to call a lane violation, I believe.
Ferrero to bring it up. His team with a 3-point lead, about 5 minutes to play, a little bit under. Roberson, Morrison on him. Morrison's done a good job against Roberson since coming in. Smith, Lowy on him, now Barrero again.
Burrow been sort of an unsung hero for this team. Coming into the game, I didn't hear anything about him. But a solid contributor to this game. Mercado with 2.
Good provider for the Tigers.
Foxborough up 5. Foxborough down 5, excuse me.
There's Procaccini bringing it up.
Slowing down the game again. Both teams have used the man-to-man defense the entire game. Procaccini finds block. Block drives. Picks up his dribble. Morrison kicks to Dubrow. Dubrow sizes up his defender. Drives. Misses. Lowy almost comes down with it. Taunton on the fast break. Smith going in. Morrison with a smart foul there. Wants Smith to earn his points. And understandably so.
Yeah, Morrison quick to get back on pretty much every possession for Taunton when they try to quick counterattack. Morrison gets back quickly.
Definitely tried to get the foul.
Yeah.
Wants him to earn his points. 4 minutes left. We have Smith shooting some foul shots. Makes the first one. Not a lot of foul shots this game, I've noticed. Smith with the second one. Foxborough fans do a nice job at riling him. Misses it. Dubrow on the fast break, finds Morrison. Morrison kicks it out to Procaccini. Has a 3, decides not to shoot it. Procaccini gonna set up an offense. Lowy gets it on the block. Nice move in, just in and out. Morrison gets up and down. Wonderful pass there by Morrison. Finds its way to block, who tips it in for 2. Foxborough down 4 rather, 48-44, 3:30 left.
Yeah, big play from Joe, not only to get his hand to it, keep it bouncing around, but to get it to one of his teammates wide open.
They're gonna call a foul on Procaccini down on the block.
There it is. Morrison jumps up for it, knocks it down to block for the 2 points. Barrero to McLean, Dubrow all over him.
Mercado's starting to body up with Procaccini, and Procaccini's starting to get a little flustered. Let's hope he can compose himself.
Barrero Nice job to find his way into the paint and took with 2 points.
Burrow with 5 points in this game.
3 minutes remaining. Foxborough down 6. It's now or never for the Warriors.
Block's going to run the offense now. Quiet as you can hear a pin drop. Block finds Lowy. Lowy finds Morrison. Morrison finds Dubrow cutting, slashing around. Procaccini with it up at the top. Drives. Gets stopped. Picked up his dribble. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Lowy has it. Gonna put up a erratic shot, and they're gonna call a travel on him. Not a very good possession there for Foxborough. Down 6.
Coach Gibbs about to send Mark Clegg back in. Timeout called by Taunton. We'll give both teams an opportunity to set themselves up for the final 2.5 minutes of play. So if you're Coach Gibbs, what are you telling the Warriors right now?
It's an interesting decision.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of time, so you don't want to go too slow. But going slow is definitely produce points.
Right.
And if you get into a run back and forth type of game, I have a feeling Taunton's just going to pull away.
All right, well, if you're down 6, what I would do is you give it to Lowy underneath. He's had some success down there, so he'll be able to find his way for a few points. And then on
Lowy
defense,
10.
just stay calm. They've been kind of trying to force double teams and leaving guys open. And with this strong Taunton lineup, pretty much everyone can make a shot, so don't want to be leaving anyone unmarked. So just stay calm on defense and get it down low on offense. That's what I would do. We'll see what Foxborough comes out with here for the final few minutes of play.
Taunton definitely had to change their matchups on offense so far the second half, because McLean had 17 in the first half. It's 24 now for the game. Only 9 points in the second half. I don't do math. 7 points rather. Granted, that's still quite a bit of points, but definitely had to change it up. Here's McLean with the ball now. Dubrow sizing him up. Tries to get a foul. Referees don't see anything. Reach in by Dubrow. Not the smartest foul right there. Fouls. Dubrow with 3. Mercado with 3 for Taunton.
Mercado will get it. Morrison on him now. They'll force it. Dubrow unable to keep it in bounds, though, after the deflection. It'll be Taunton ball again. Barrero. He's thinking about Roberson. Now he's trapped.
Could have called the 5-second
He's close.
out there, but doesn't. Roberson kicks it out to Mercado. Puts it in.
Too open. One of their stronger players. He hasn't been that hot tonight, but he's going to hit those.
Yeah. Clegg finds it. Finds Morrison. Morrison, fake shot. Puts up a 3 in and out for Morrison.
Close. Here's Joe again.
Good
He'll kick
second
it out
chance.
to Dubrow.
Second chance opportunity there. Third chance opportunity. Lowy finds it. Puts it in. Puts it up. Just misses. Gonna
Lowy.
get 2 foul shots in, nonetheless.
Lowy wanted the end one there. Foxborough players seem to be tiring a little bit here. They just got to push through the final 1.5 minutes.
Foxborough down 8. Cool, calm, and collected on that one. 11 points for Lowy.
Lowy hits
Another
both. Foxborough within 6.
Foxborough going with a full court press now. Gonna try and run with Taunton. Taunton breaks the full court press. Finds Smith on the block. Really should have put that one in, but didn't. Foxborough has on offense now.
This Morrison
Morrison
wide
3.
open. Can't get it to go. That's a tough one from Joe. He wishes he could have had that one back, but got to move on. Not let it get to your head. Mark Clegg foul there. That'll send Taunton to the line.
Gonna be 1-1.
Roberson to shoot it.
1:14 left. Taunton up 6. Misses it. Foxborough gets the rebound. They're gonna call Lowy touching it while it was on the line, which would mean Taunton ball. Taunton with an inbounds pass. Foxborough calls timeout.
Coach gives a call timeout. Look to drop a play for his team. Time running out a little bit here.
Pretty poor there by Foxborough. Really should have gotten that rebound and bolted up the floor and try and get 2 points, but
Yeah.
just didn't work out. Here we're gonna see it again. Lowy almost gets possession. I think they're gonna call foot on the line when he's touching it, and that is a Taunton inbound pass. Unlucky there by Foxborough.
Of course, we'll take this time to give a thanks to everybody making it happen here, from those running the cameras to those in the booth. Great job by everyone to make a good broadcast here.
Mr. Jim Duncan over there. Foxborough breaks the huddle. Taunton breaks the huddle. 1:12 left. Foxborough down 6. See what they can do. Mr. Lowy. Taunton inbounds pass. Finds McLean, who's going to set up an offense. Foxborough definitely needs to run now. No time to slow it down. They need to get three possession game. Actually, 2 possession game with 2 threes rather. Dubrow with a foul there.
Forced to do it. 56 seconds. It's doable, but it's going to require near perfection from the Warriors.
1-on-1 again. Hopefully Roberson misses it and Lowy comes down with it this time. Jim very quiet right now, except for the Foxborough fans. Roberson makes this one. 9 points rather, for Roberson. Another one. 8-point game. Foxborough, like you said, gonna need near perfection. 55 seconds.
Dubrow going around Morrison's pick. He'll try to do it again. Finds Morrison. Look for Clegg. Clegg takes a 3. Can't get that one. Lowy comes away with it. Goes in strong. Morrison kicks it out to Dubrow. Fakes the 3. He'll take it. Can't make it. Dubrow comes out with his own rebound. Can't get the rebound. Foxborough's unlucky right now.
Gonna be a jump ball. 30 seconds left. Down by 6.
8 actually. Looks like.
8 rather. 8 rather. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Trying to get an inbounds pass. Finds block. Block finds Clegg. Dubrow with it. Puts up a 3. Makes a 3. Got a chance.
Makes things interesting. 5 points between the two teams. 23 seconds. It's going to require fouls for Foxborough and hoping that Taunton can miss it.
5-point game. There it is again.
Dubrow, a little bit cold on the 3s tonight, but able to hit that one. Perfect swish.
Dubrow with 11 points, like I said. Other top scorers for Foxborough. Lowy with 12. Proxine with 9. Carnino with 8. I don't think he's featured in the fourth quarter yet. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so.
For Taunton, Barrera with 5. Roberson with 10. Mercado with 6. McLean with 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 points. Smith with 9. It's going to be tough for Foxborough, but they can do it. Like we said earlier, going into this next week, Christmas break, Foxborough with a tournament in Westwood. Their first round matchup is with Walpole. Taunton at Durfee High School in Fall River. It's going to be interesting how they do in those matchups. Granted, it doesn't go towards the Hockomock standings, but does affect seeding in the playoffs. Dubrow goes 1, 2, 6 rows deep in there. Miss
That's
Goodwin,
determination if I've ever seen it.
Miss Goodwin a little rattled. Wonderful woman.
Dubrow almost able to pick it off. No, he'll get there, tie it up. Dubrow read it, but slipped away from him. Looks like he's kind of hurt a little bit right now, but it seems like he'll play through. Jump ball will be in favor of Taunton with about 20 seconds remaining, 18 to be exact.
Down by 5. Gonna be tough.
Roberson gets it to McLean. They got to foul him.
Need a 3 and a 2 right now. Shot clock's off. Taunton can take all the time they want. There's Lowy with a foul.
Foul a little later than I would have thought from Foxborough.
Yeah. I think you might want to do it right away. 11 seconds left, down by 5. Foxborough needs a miss and get down the court right away. Taunton expecting, well, not expecting, but preparing for a miss. Has 3 defenders down in the Foxborough half to protect against the 3. Mercado makes the first one. I have to say that might just wrap up this game. One more free throw and that would most likely wrap up the game, making it a 3-possession game. As of now, it's still 2. Still a 2-possession game, still got it. 10 seconds left. Dubrow with it. 2 seconds left on the clock, but it was stopped a little late. So it's probably going to end up being 2, maybe 3.5. Taunton ball. Taunton, wonderful inbounds pass. Dubrow, block rather, fouls the defender. 1 second left in this game. Foxborough down 4. It's going to wrap this game up. I don't want to say disappointing, but Foxborough definitely wanted to come in this game and win. Like you said earlier, it doesn't affect the Davenport division title, but definitely wanted to win this game.
All right,
There's
well,
another one.
it's a great showing from the Foxborough fans. Alumni back for the Christmas break, coming back from college, so they wanted to get a win in front of their home fans. But this Taunton team, as Coach Gibbs told me before the game, it was a big test for them. So we knew it would be a good game, and it certainly was. Getting close all the way to the very end, but Taunton able to pull away with the victory.
Yep. Not really sure what to say on that one.
Well, Foxborough just has to move on. As you mentioned, they'll be in a Christmas tournament, so good luck to them in that one. But that'll wrap it up for our coverage here from Foxborough High School of this Hockomock League game. Again, thanks to FCA for everybody who made this possible. And that'll do it. For Chad Burst, I'm Brady Gardner. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.